Hey guys, welcome back to my How to Start Beauty Vlogging series. This is part 4 in a 6-part series. Today we are going to discuss lighting your beauty vlogs. Make sure you join me for the live stream on July 11th, 2017 for a live question and answer if you have any questions or tips to share. More details at the end of this video. A quick note, I've listed a ton of the equipment I use or recommend in the description box below in case you would like to reference anything, including my lights. I have linked everything on Amazon using an affiliate code. If you make a purchase through my code, you will be helping to support my channel and help supplement some of my costs. If you do purchase anything through my links, thank you so much, although of course you are under no obligation. Also, please note that I talk a lot about my setup, which is not a cheap setup, but you don't need everything that I have to make a great beauty vlog. I'm just showing you what I do and what you might want to keep in mind when you purchase gear or set up your own space. Alright, let's get into lighting. We are going to talk about lighting 3 different situations: studio lighting, lighting indoors, and lighting outdoors. In each of these situations, we want to consider the following. The bigger and softer the light source, the more flattering it will be on your skin. Diffused light will make everything look less contrasty, less textured, and more even. When I think of diffused light, I think of sheer curtains in the bedroom. The goal when we are lighting is that unless we are doing something edgy or stylized, to avoid harsh shadows, dark shadows, and unevenness of lighting on your face. Let's begin with shooting outdoors, maybe for a check-in or maybe doing an outdoor get ready with me. You are super lucky if you live in a place where it's cloudy a lot of the time. Cloudy days makes great vlogging light. Cloudy days mean that the light you are shooting under is already huge, soft, and diffused. Stand anywhere and you are good to go. In sunlight, it becomes a little bit trickier. If you face the sun, you will probably end up squinting and having harsh shadows on your face. A good trick in a pinch is to turn around so that the sun is directly behind you. You will be backlit, so make sure you turn up your exposure compensation on the camera to expose for your face and not the background. Make sure that the light is even on your face and that there are no distracting hot spots on your face, like here on my nose. You want to make sure that your face is completely in shadow. Instead of simply facing away from the sun, you can try standing in shadows. Standing in the shadow of a tree, the side of a building, the shadow of your car, anything works really great. You can also create shadows anywhere you go using the same setup as shown in my very first equipment video. A diffuser on a light stand is a very portable and cheap solution that lets you create a shadow for you to stand under at any time, anywhere, in any direction. Again, I highly recommend you invest in this little setup if you shoot in natural light, indoors or out of doors. Now I have a nice shadow to stand under, no matter what background I want to film against. Shooting outside is really great because it is just so darn bright outside. When we move indoors, we start to lose some of that beautiful light. You will want your indoor natural light setup to be as close as possible to a light source. That being said, you don't want to shoot directly in sunlight. This can cause squinting, harsh shadows, and contrasty images. It will also emphasize texture on your face, especially if you turn to the side. It's also pretty unflattering in direct light, especially if you wear glasses like me, or your bangs cover your face, or your arm goes across your face. There are 2 things that you can do to correct this. The first is to simply move outside of the direct sun. Keep as close to the window as possible, but still standing in the shade. This will give you the benefit of having a nice bright area to shoot in, but with a more even and flattering light. You can show more texture on your skin by turning to the side instead of facing the window directly straight on. The other way you can avoid shooting under direct sunlight indoors is either investing in sheer blinds to cut out the direct light, or again using a reflector disc to create a shadow over you. Here you can see with the help of a diffuser, I'm able to create a shadow over the face to help create a more even light and diffused shadows. Again, turning to my side will help show more texture on my face. Natural light is a really beautiful and cost-effective way to create beauty vlogs. The only problem is what if you film at night or you need a more consistent light source? The solution is to use studio lighting. I chose to use this halogen Lowell Total light. The bulb is 750 watts and daylight balanced, so I can manually set my white balance on my camera to be 3100 kelvins. The light fixture has an off and on switch and is reasonably affordable. I have mounted it on this boom arm and placed it as close to my face as possible without actually being in the frame. I have an umbrella to diffuse the light, and I've angled it about 45 degrees from my face. Placing the light at the angle is high enough that it doesn't cause any reflections on my glasses unless I tilt my head up, but I still get a really nice catch light in my eyes. This is a pretty traditional beauty lighting setup called butterfly lighting because of the small shadow it creates under your nose. You can see I have a shadow under my chin and under my nose, great for double chins. My cheekbones are also more visible, as well as any texture on my skin compared to lighting with something like a ring light, which creates no shadows. The halogen bulbs in this fixture are super bright, cheap to buy, and they last years before they burn out. A downside to the setup is that the bulb does get very hot. I live in Canada, so this isn't a huge problem, but if you are in a small and hot area or studio, you might want to look at something like LED lights. LED lights can be a great solution, and a lot of YouTubers do use them. They are also easily available in ring light form. LED lights don't get as warm as halogen lights, and they are also usually daylight balanced. The downside is that they may not be as bright as a halogen bulb, and in general, the more light you can work with, the better. You should also avoid an LED light that has a fan so that your lights are as quiet as possible. Ring lights in particular are becoming the #1 choice of most beauty vloggers, but they are simply out of the question if you wear glasses like me. They are very popular because they eliminate all shadows on the face. They create a very even looking texture on the skin, and it's a beautiful way to show off makeup, especially like close-up of eye makeup. If you wear glasses, however, you will end up with reflections of the ring light directly over your eyes and lenses. The benefit to my lighting setup compared to a ring light is that it does create shadows on my face. So you do see more texture, you don't see that reflection, and it's just more natural in general. I really think that this one light setup is superior and more natural looking when compared to a ring light, because we are used to seeing people with light coming from above them, not directly in front of them. This is definitely a matter of personal choice, and I think this setup is more suitable to a vlogger than, say, a makeup artist who wants like complete evenness so that there's no like distracting shadows. Again, no matter where you are shooting, you should make sure to adjust the white balance to match the lighting conditions indoors or out. Once your light is set up or you're shooting outside, refer to my previous video on adjusting your camera settings to actually start recording your video. Let me know if you have any questions, including camera-specific issues, and I'll see if I can't help you out. I'll be doing a live stream on Tuesday, July 11th at 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time to answer your questions and get your feedback and comments and to share your tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the time that you spend with me. Next week, we'll be talking about capturing audio for your beauty videos, something that I'm still struggling and working with to improve in my videos. Leave any comments and questions you have below. Make sure to check me out on Instagram at Seaside Photo Beauty, on Twitter at Seaside Photo, and on Facebook at Seaside Photography. Make sure you share this video with any people who might find it helpful. It really helps me out. And if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more beauty and vlogging information. If you want to take your support for my channel to the next level, check out my Patreon where you can help support me and my channel for as little as $2 per month. Thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next beauty video. Bye!